You have any question?
Yes, I have questions on me. Like if there is repression inside me, right? So I want to ask, does the repression, does it disappear on its own as I become more conscious, or is like active meditations like dynamic needed to throw out this or remove these repressions?
The active meditation like dynamic and all those things will remove the effects of repression on your body and mind. Like your body has become blocked because you were not natural. Somewhere some energy, negative energy is collected that is called glands. They have developed, they are blocking the flow of energy. So when you are doing those active meditation, whatever the body has collected because of unconscious living, they will slowly, it depends on how intense you are. And if you have really become conscious, then you know that you are separate from the body-mind mechanism. Once you know you are not the body-mind, then if you feel that somewhere you feel heavy, you can just release it by some catharsis. Otherwise, if you are just, you have no identification remaining, then you are not even very much concerned. Something may have become irreparably damaged in the body because of wrong kind of living. Now you know that you will accept it. You know that you are not that. And this is a very mechanical thing that you go on every day vomiting, cathartic, and then you go on collecting. I was listening to a show that what is Christianity? So he said Christianity is you go for repentance on Sunday for whatever you did on Saturday and what you are going to do on Monday. So this is what we go on doing all the time, vomiting and then collecting the same shit. Once you become aware and alert, your awareness will not allow those things to enter. Then there is no need for all those catharsis. But as long as you are unconscious, or you are conscious only in some degree, then you have to continue as long as you are identified with the body-mind. The more identification, the more catharsis you will have to do. Less identified, less catharsis. No identification. There's no need. Or when you see sometime that your body looks like it is tense somewhere, you will consciously release it. So, but the thing is, for us, meditation is either last in the laundry list or it exists not. Then this is what they are all doing. This is what they are doing. They are interested in therapies in the West. That's why there are so many therapies, because it is all at the mental level. It is not touching your being. And then you become addicted to therapies like a drug. You feel good after therapy for a while. And your ego also get some fulfillment. You have so much money, you can go for therapy. the more you are able to go for different therapies, or every week you are going, the more egoistic you become. I am holier than thou, I am different. That is also what happens when you have certain creativity. You are a musician, you are a dancer, you are an artist. That gives you partial fulfillment. And that is also far more than what normal people are. So when an artist, when a musician, when a dancer is in it, then they have the glimpse of the real. But it is only a glimpse. Once they are out of it, they are just like any ordinary person, same unconsciousness. Because they are not working consciously in knowing their consciousness, getting identified with the mechanism through which the consciousness is functioning. That is a complete thing. So only meditation can liberate you totally. Then you have to be totally dedicated to it, not that it is a Sunday affair or 1 hour a day. 24 hours each and every second. This should become your, whatever you are doing. It's not that you have to stop doing something. Whatever you are doing, be present. Otherwise, if you are looking for some cheap solution, some shortcuts, you will remain hanging in the middle like Trishanku, neither of the heaven nor of the earth. Only when you die consciously, then you have really lived your life consciously. That is what Krishna says in Gita, that a yogi is awake even while he is asleep, or when it is night for other unconscious sleepy people, it is for him a daytime or time to be awake. And when it is day for other people, then he is asleep there. He is not interested in their unconscious activity. So he is asleep in that. He is not interested in that. And he is awake even while he is asleep. That means the consciousness is awake, body is resting. Body is totally at rest, is totally relaxed. Mind is totally relaxed. Consciousness as a flame of awareness is present. If you are not trying for that kind of awakening, then you will be just a lukewarm, goody-goody type of meditator. I was listening to a show. So one of his disciples has written a memoir of last days of Gurudev when he was dying. So he said that I have never known any person else. And I don't think anyone has died the way he died. He said that when it was time for him to die, he sat on his bed, and then because he was totally ill, so they put pillows around him so that he can sit down. And then he asked for his coffee. So he drank coffee, and in the other hand he was having his cigar. And then the doctor, because they were taking out water from his legs that it has become very thick because the water has collected and it has become numb also. So they thought that actually the doctor was his disciple. He thought that what is the point now? There is no point in giving him more pain because he is certainly going to die now. So they thought that while he is having his drink and smoking, he should not be disturbed. So he stopped taking out water from his leg. And then he asked Gurudev whether I should take out water or not. He said that if you are tired, you can rest for a while. For me, it is all right. Then he had come out of the hospital just few days back or 24 hours back. So they wanted him to be hospitalized again. So his disciple started weeping. And he said that, you tell me who will save me if I cannot save me. Your hospital can save me. But because he wanted the disciple that he should go to hospital, so he said that okay. So he went out to arrange for an ambulance. Meanwhile, Gurudev put his hat and he went out walking on his own. So when the disciple came back, because he has called for the ambulance, he saw that Gurudev has disappeared. Then he was surprised, how can he walk? He was so ill. But then he saw him walking on the street near the ambulance he was waiting. So, and then Gurudev was coming back, then he said, oh, I was looking for you, where you had gone. I saw the ambulance, so I went there. So, and then there was another story about 2 weeks before his death. He said that I will go for my drive. And he was so in a bad physical state that they said that you should not go. How can you go now? But he said, don't. Just let me go. So he took his car and went to a church and sat under a tree there with closed eyes, meditated. 2 weeks after, he was buried under the same tree. So he was so conscious that he is going to die in 2 weeks. So he sat under the tree where he was finally buried. But he had not gone there in that church before, ever. And after also he never went, because after that only his dead body was brought there. And there was another story when he was already dead. Bennett, one of his disciples, who was a mathematician and also a scientist, he came 24 hours later. Then his body was kept inside the church. But when he went inside, he felt very strange inside. Some very strong vibration. And then he felt some breathing. So he thought, who is there? There's nobody else. So who's breathing? So as he went closer to Gurze's body, he felt like breathing is coming from there. And when he went away from it, then the breathing was less obvious. So, and he was not an emotional type to be fooled, not a sentimental person. He had a scientific mind. So then Osho said that an awake person can do anything. It looked like as if he is hovering around. So once you are awake, then you know that something within you never dies. That person cannot die even when the body is dead, because he knows the consciousness is out of it.